This story time is about how this man took a Greyhound all the way to San Antonio to go on a date with me.
Damn.
Y'all, I didn't know he was taking the Greyhound. Let's just start there. Let's start there, okay? So we had planned to go on a date, y'all. I actually met this man for my dating experiment, and I made two different Hinge profiles. One of me plus size when I was 326 pounds, and one of me now to see how men would
What?
treat me and like how my dating experiences would be, right? So y'all,
Why?
I ended up meeting this guy from my plus size profile. And yes, before we went on the date, I told him I was no longer big and I just didn't have time to like update my pictures or something. Y'all, I came with an excuse because mind you, at the time I was doing content. I was dating for content until I found my man that my man, anyways, we get sidetracked. So this guy that we're gonna call him Bus just because he took the Greyhound.
Let me tell you about an app called Free Cash. Free Cash is the #1 app worldwide, allowing users like yourself to make money off their phone for free. If you want to make $200 plus a week for free, download using my link in the description or the QR code on the screen. If you download now for free using my link or QR code, you will get a free $5 into your account for free. That's $5 for free, no requirements. So download Free Cash today to make easy, quick, and free money.
So Bus, he was talking to me on my plus size profile, and I thought I was gonna actually like him because he seemed so sweet. Like based off his profile, he was like, "I listen, I don't argue, and like I'm consistent or something like that." I was like, "Okay, I like that." It was very different. We were chatting. He seemed like a nice guy, so I was like, "Okay, cool." Well, he had lived in Austin, and I lived in San Antonio. So he told me like, "Hey, I want to take you on a date, blah blah blah," and that's when I told him I'm no longer plus size, and he said he was okay with that. Like I was like, "Oh,
I'm just saying though, man, who play those types of games? Why would you do a dating experiment where you got a profile of you overweight and you got a profile where you lost the weight? What's the purpose of that besides to play games? This right here is crazy.
I can send you pictures of me now and blah 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 if you want me to." He's like, "No need. Like I still want to go on a date with you. No need to send me pictures." So I did think it was kind of weird because it's like, when you want to see what you working with, because you could be getting whole catfish right now and you wouldn't know. But he said he didn't care. He would still pull up from Austin to San Antonio. So we plan to go get drinks downtown.
Lady, because you're the same person. See, that's the whole thing. This chick is probably going through a identity crisis where it's like she confused who she is. It's like, yo, I lost the weight. This is the new me. I'm not that girl anymore. You know what's so crazy? When a woman is overweight, right? She might go for the guy who likes her the most versus the guy who she actually wants. So this is just interesting.
Mind you, I hate downtown personally. From living in San Antonio, I hate going down there. I hate paying for parking, but I agree because it was not too far for me at the time. So we go downtown to this bar. It was nice. Like I ended up getting a drink. He ended up getting a drink. He paid for it. And he told me he didn't drink like that. So he didn't even finish his drink, to be honest. But he really, really wants to go to the Riverwalk. He wanted to walk around the river. So we decided to, the conversation in the bar was actually normal. Like he was dressed normal. I think he had like a polo shirt on and everything. He seemed like a cool guy. Like we were talking about how we both like applied to go on Love is Blind and like all this type of stuff, which would have been crazy because if we both would have got on there, I might have picked him just based off of like talking to him and not knowing him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, literally we was talking about all that stuff and like our music taste, whatever. That was going good. And the only thing that I did notice at the bar is he had like a little stench on him. And that's when I found out he actually took the Greyhound because I was asking him about his ride. I was like, "Oh, so like, how was the drive? How was traffic and stuff?" He was like, "Oh, it was not too bad." Like, I was like, "Oh, really? Like, traffic wasn't that bad?" He was like, "Actually, I took the Greyhound here." I was like, "The Greyhound?" I was like, "You really took the Greyhound here? You did not have to do that. Like, you should have told me like before you came here you're gonna take the Greyhound. Like, I would have told you not to come." And he was like, "Oh no, no, no! It wasn't that much. It was like $30 or something like that, whatever he said." And I'm like, "No, it's not the cost. It's the fact that you have to get on the Greyhound." Y'all don't know how much I hate the Greyhound. I hate public transportation altogether. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to regret this, but I just don't ever see myself going on a Greyhound. Like, I only had to take that one time when I was a child, and I'm traumatized from it. I just feel like it's too many drug addicts. There's too much going on that damn Greyhound for you to come and voluntarily take that. So yeah, he was like, "Yeah, it was no problem. Only took an hour and a half or something like that, 2 hours." And so I was like, "Okay, this man took the Greyhound all the way here. He asked to go to the river. That's what he wanted to do real bad." So I'm like, "Okay, we can walk around the river." A lot of people say, "Why go to the river with a stranger?" Y'all, the river walk in San Antonio is very busy. It's not like I'm going to freaking like a lake over here in Austin where I can go disappear. We're on this walk, and that's when it started getting weird. I remember we were on the walk and we stopped to talk and we started talking about relationships and stuff like that. His last relationship. And he was just telling me about his last relationship and how like they lived together or he lived with her or something like that in those senses. And then y'all, he started telling me like
No.
how he wants a relationship, how he wants someone that's like genuine and all that stuff. And then I was just telling him like I do date multiple people and my end goal is to be with someone.
What? I'm just saying, bro. If I'm vibing with a chick that I took the Greyhound to see, and she says some shit like that, in my mind, I'm like, shit, I gotta try to smash the night. Because there's no way I'm taking this bird serious, bro. I gotta try to smash the night. That's what it is. But yo, these birds ain't got no shame. She ain't see nothing wrong with that.
One that is consistent, that's communicative, all this type of stuff, whatever. And then he did this move where he turned his back to me while I was talking, and he started saying, "In relationships, you gotta da da da, you gotta da da da," like, and I'm like, "What the hell is he doing?" Like that freaked me out. Like that was strange behavior. Like he started talking to himself and hitting himself in the chest. And mind you, earlier at the bar, he told me that he worked at like a psych ward. So I'm like nervous that maybe he is a psych ward. Oh, I started to feel like something is not right with him. Why is he talking to himself? And that made me uncomfortable. So we talked a little bit more, and then like we ended up walking back because I knew my parking was going to expire soon. And baby, that parking downtown is expensive. I'm like, I'm about to go like, like he's a cool guy. He's nice, but he's weird. Sorry, I feel so bad, y'all, because he was so nice. So I'm not trying to comfort him. It's just like really the real reality of it. Like it was kind of like maybe he has like some type of disability. And so it was very strange. But then as we walk into the car, we started talking about music and like we had a lot of music in common, which was super cool. And
This shit is crazy, bro. Cause she's calling this man weird. But what she fails to understand, he might be a mirror of her. This is a woman who meet men unhinged. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. There are a lot of strange people on those apps. Matter of fact, that's where the strange people go. They go on apps. So when you constantly meet different men on those apps, you gotta be a bit strange yourself. You gotta be a bit weird yourself because you're comfortable meeting random people every week. Just think about that. As a woman, she's comfortable going on different dates with random dudes, strangers, every week. So it's like, and pay attention, right? She's like, yo, he was so nice, but he's weird. I'm pretty sure if Shorty did not lose the weight, if she was still obese, she wouldn't be saying he was weird. But when these chicks lose weight, then they're gonna start acting funny. But when they got the weight on them, they be the nicest women on earth. Trust that.
well, the one thing though, when we were sitting down at the bar, he didn't really have a lot of aspirations of like wanting to do more. He practically was like
Yo.
a CNA practically, and he just was okay with just working and like never building a career, never like doing anything like bigger than what he was doing, and that was concerning to me. Also, he was okay that he didn't have a car and feel like he didn't need it. And y'all, that's the one thing about me is like I get triggered by that, baby. If you don't got no car, baby, we most likely not talking like ever. Like
Shit,
I have been traumatized from that in the past when I was plus size. I dated a lot of men that had no car, and baby, I'm done with it.
and that's what I'm saying. Be yourself. Be yourself. You're confused right now. I understand. But you gotta be yourself. I could tell. See, when a chick loses a lot of weight, I'm telling you, bro, it's like a complex now. She's gonna try to figure out how to act like I'm a bad chick. I'm telling you, because this is the same chick when she was plus size. Best believe, man, she was out here getting ran, doing a whole bunch of whole shit. A woman can't just erase that. Okay, that's still who she is. Even when a woman loses the weight, internally, that big girl, that plus size chick, is still who she is based on her actions. That's all she knows. Now she's saying, I'm trying to change. I'm used to being that girl, that big girl, who was always paying for the meals, picking guys up. Now she trying to act funny because she done lost some weight. This is crazy, but she's still on the apps. It's crazy, bro.
I'm done with it. Okay, so at that time, y'all, I was, to be honest, before he started talking to himself by the river, which was really really strange. I was already over it when he told me he took the Greyhound. Because baby, you cannot be in your right mind to take a Greyhound for a girl you don't know like that that you never seen. I was like, yeah, this man ain't all there. Like I knew it was a red flag when he said,
Shorty, he's seen a plush child, a plus size woman, and he probably knew, okay, big girls don't really judge like that, right? So he probably took the Greyhound because he thought it was gonna be cool, but he didn't know the plus size chick done lost a couple pounds, and now she's acting different. Now she's acting bougie. This is crazy, bro. But when she was a plus size girl, him taking the Greyhound would have been okay. But now that she lost some weight, it's not okay. Sad, bruh.
"Oh no, I don't got to see no picture of you. It's fine. I still want to go." And that it, and obviously at that time I thought he was driving from Austin to San Antonio because that's regular. Flag where he said, "Oh no, I don't got to see no picture of you. It's fine. I still want to go." And that
She is so mad about that because she wanted to show off. Like, yo, look at me. This is the new me, okay? Just to let you know.
it, and obviously at that time I thought he was driving from Austin to San Antonio because that's regular. But taking the Greyhound, y'all, I don't know. I hate the Greyhound so bad. I'm sorry, Greyhound, but this is like, why would you sit there and risk your life and your comfortability to come to
This
me
shit
on a
is
date for the first
crazy.
time? Like, do you have no other options? He didn't text me when he made it home. He was supposed to text me when he made it home. I actually want to make sure he make it home safe because he's taking a whole damn Greyhound. Made it home, which was interesting because his profile said he's consistent. He don't go ghost and all this shit. But like, you didn't even text me when you got home. The next day, he was texting me.
Shorty, you just said you weren't interested. You see what I'm saying? That big girl is still within her. Even though she's trying her best to hide that big girl energy, but it's still in her. Like a woman can't erase that. I mean, they could change their outer appearance, but they can't erase that big girl energy. See what I'm saying?
Like, "Oh, I had a good time with you," blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, I gotta just be honest with this man. And I just told him like, hey, you know, I had a cool time with you too. Like, I do have an actual question. Like, when you were like hitting your chest and talking to yourself, facing the other way, like, I didn't know if that was because you were nervous. Because that was another thing I was trying to think, like, are you nervous or something was going on? And he was like, oh no, like I remember that moment. I think I just lost my train of thought. And so that made me feel like it was weird even more. Like you didn't even say like, oh yeah, I was just nervous or whatever. Like it was not normal. But he said that happens often. And he had a full conversation with himself and turned his back to me. So I said, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, and I asked him about the car because I was like, why would you ever take the Greyhound if you got a car? So I asked him about if he had a car. He said, no, he don't have a car. He practically has buy everything he needs to be by. Public transportation is everywhere. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Man, this is crazy, bro. But this is the reality of a bird. Emotionally, a bird is very unstable. So a bird acts based on how she looks. That's why if a bird got a BBL, she's gonna act funny now. It's just how birds are, right? But the fact that she's complaining about the fact that he took a Greyhound, you would think that a woman will appreciate a man taking a Greyhound because it shows that he's really interested. But because this bird done lost some weight, now she forgot who she actually is. It's wild, bruh.
Nah, I'm sorry. And I told him it wasn't going to work, but he's a nice guy. And I feel bad even telling the story, but I couldn't believe that man took the Greyhound
This shit is
to come on
crazy.
a date. This story time is
Man, nah, bro. Let's check out her little profile, bro. Oh my, like, bro, what? Nah, man, what is going on? Nah, hold on, bro. She used to be.
the biggest thing that has helped me maintain my 158-pound weight loss after
See what I'm saying, bro?
the biggest thing
You see what I'm saying, bro?
that has helped me maintain my 158 pounds
This chick forgot
has helped
who
me maintain
she used to be, right?
the biggest
She forgot the things that she did while she was plus size. Now she's out here trying to put down a good guy, a guy who didn't judge her when she was obese. See what I'm saying? He genuinely cares about you and what you did after you lost some weight. You put that man down. This is the image she saw before he decided to come on the date. This is who he thought he was going to meet. Just think about that, bro. And listen to the way how she's talking down on that man. And I'm pretty sure when she was this size, she used to appreciate men like that. But look how fast she switched up. Shit is crazy, man. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's your boy AyeQ. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm out. Yo, imagine him truly getting a hospital treatment dealing with and the baby's coming out. Fellas, again, focus on yourself. That's what it is.